What if the person you're starting to fall for is about to walk straight into the one situation that ruined relationships just like yours before? Not because they're a bad person, not because they don't care, but because the environment makes it easy, too easy. Before I get into it, if you're into real, raw relationship stories like this, make sure you like, follow and subscribe, because this one gets uncomfortable. So I'm brand new here, and honestly I didn't think I'd be the kind of guy to post something like this, but this has been sitting in my head, eating away at me, and I need to get it out somewhere. I've been dating this girl for about a month now. Yeah, I know, that's not long. Not even close. But still, I really like her. More than I expected, if I'm being honest. Before we got together, she had already planned a trip to Miami for spring break with her friends. It wasn't something that just came up, it was locked in way before I was in the picture. And ever since she told me about it, I just haven't been able to get it out of my head. It's not even about her specifically, it's everything around it. You go online, you read stories, you see videos, over and over again, the same pattern. Girls with boyfriends going on spring break, getting drunk, meeting random guys and crossing lines. Some of them literally calling their boyfriends before it happens, saying, "I love you," and then doing the exact opposite of what that's supposed to mean. And I know, yeah, these are just stories, but when you see enough of them, it starts feeling like rare exceptions and starts feeling like a pattern. It makes you wonder, is that just what spring break is now? Drinking, parties, hookups, no consequences, at least in the moment. She told me straight up she wouldn't cheat, and part of me wants to believe that. I really do. But here's the problem. I've heard that before. My last relationship ended because I got cheated on, and the worst part wasn't even what happened, it was the fact that I trusted her when she told me she wouldn't do something like that. That's what sticks with you. That's what messes with your head long after it's over. So now, when I hear the same words, they don't land the same. The thing that really got me though was this. Before we started dating, I was actually planning to go to Miami with my own friends too. It didn't end up happening, but when I told her about it, she kind of got excited, but then said something that's been stuck in my head ever since. She said she wanted the trip to be about her and her friends, which I get. That makes sense, it's their trip. But then she added that we could maybe hang out for like one day. One day. And I don't know why that hit me weird, but because if everything is completely innocent, if there's nothing to hide, then why would it matter if I'm around more than that? That's the thought that keeps looping in my head. I've gone down the rabbit hole a bit, reading forums, posts, other guys in similar situations, and yeah, maybe that's not the smartest thing to do, because it's like pouring gasoline on a fire. But still, almost every response says the same thing. Don't trust it, she's probably going to cheat, it's spring break, what do you expect? And the more I read that stuff, the more it starts to feel inevitable, like I'm just setting myself up to get hurt again. What's weird is, I don't actually think she's looking for someone better than me. That's not what it is. It's not that kind of insecurity. It's more like, what if someone comes along in the moment, someone fun, confident, saying all the right things, and she just thinks, why not? Not because I'm not enough, but because the situation makes it easy to forget what you already have. That's what scares me. And I hate that I even feel this way, because I've never really been the jealous type. I don't want to be that guy, the one who constantly worried, constantly overthinking, constantly needing reassurance. But at the same time, I've been burned before, and once that happens, it's like something rewires in your brain. Trust isn't automatic anymore. It's something you have to fight for. So now I'm stuck in this place where I don't know if I'm being realistic or just paranoid. Is this a gut feeling I should listen to? Or is it just old damage bleeding into something new that hasn't even had a chance to prove itself yet? Because when I really sit with it, I don't want to control her. I don't want to tell her what she can or can't do. That's not the kind of relationship I want. but I also don't want to ignore something that's clearly bothering me this much. Every time I think about her being there, late nights, alcohol, random people, no real accountability, I feel this knot in my chest, and I don't know if that's intuition or fear of pretending to be intuition. So yeah, maybe I sound crazy, but if you've been through something like this before, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. What would you do?
Imagine building something for 5 years. Trust, memories, inside jokes, future plans. Only for it to unravel because of one night you weren't even there to see. Not a rumour, not a suspicion, a video. And the worst part, he doesn't even remember doing it. I'm 20, and until recently, I thought I had one of those relationships that people actually admire. You know the kind. No constant arguments, no controlling rules, no checking each other's phones every 5 minutes, just trust. We grew up together, basically 5 years. Family trips, holidays, weekends that felt like routines you never wanted to break. I'm at college, living on campus. He's about an hour away, still at home, going to community college. It wasn't perfect, but it worked. We made it work. At least, I thought we did. Spring break came around, and I didn't think twice about it. He went away with his friends. I didn't feel the need to set boundaries or rules like don't drink too much or don't talk to other girls. Because that's not who we were. Or at least I thought that's not where we were. Then, out of nowhere, I saw the video. It wasn't sent to me with a warning. No one sat me down, no explanation, just a video. Him, completely blackout drunk, dancing with another girl. And not just dancing, she was kissing his neck, right there, in front of everyone. And his friend, recording it, like it was funny, like it was normal. And when my boyfriend noticed the camera, he smiled and threw up a peace sign, like it was nothing. Like I was nothing. I wish I could say that was the worst part, but then came the photo. Same night, different girl, standing way too close. The kind of close that doesn't even need explaining. At that point, my stomach dropped. Because videos don't lie. Photos don't misunderstand. So I did the only one thing I could do. I asked him, calmly. I didn't need to scream. I didn't accuse. I just asked, did you kiss them? And he said, yes. His explanation, he doesn't remember any of it. Says he was blackout drunk. That everything he knows about that night comes from his friends. Not from memory, from them. He told me he got their numbers, their social media, but only because he didn't want them to feel bad. And apparently, he blocked them right after. I checked and that part was true. But somehow, it didn't make anything feel better. Because here's the thing no one prepares you for. It's not just about what happened, it's about what it means. 5 years. 5 years of trust, reduced to a few seconds of video. 5 years of knowing someone and suddenly realising maybe you don't know them at all. I wasn't just angry, I was confused. How does someone who loves you do something like that? Even drunk, even not remembering. How does that line get crossed? We talked for a long time, not shouting, not blaming, just trying to understand. And eventually we came to the same conclusion. We need a break. Not because we stopped caring, but because maybe caring isn't enough anymore. And now I'm stuck in this weird space between holding on and letting go. Because I keep thinking about everything we built. The trips, the late night walks, the way we just got each other. He knows everything about me. I know everything about him. Or at least, I thought I did. And now, it feels like all of it got thrown away. For one night, one decision, one moment he might not even remember. So here's the question I can't stop asking myself. If someone can betray you like that, and not even remember doing it, is that easier to forgive, or harder? I don't know how long this break will last, and honestly, I think deep down I already know how it ends. But walking away from 5 years, that's not something you just do. So if you've ever been here, if you've ever had to choose between love and self-respect, what did you do? Because right now, I'm not sure which one I'm about to lose.
You ever trust someone so much that when they finally break it, the worst part isn't what they did, it's how long they knew they were going to do it? Because that's where I'm at right now, stuck between what I feel and what I know I should do. So here's everything start to finish. My girlfriend planned a girls' trip to Fort Lauderdale for spring break. I was cool with it, no drama, no weird energy. She's still in college. I've just graduated and started a corporate job. Different stages, different lifestyles, it made sense. And honestly, I didn't even feel weird about it. Not being invited, that is. From what I knew, it was just a girls' trip. We've been together 9 months. Solid, no cheating, no major trust issues. I really liked her. I still do. And I saw something long term there. Then day one hits. She texts me. Casual as anything. By the way, some hometown boys are here too, so they'll probably go out with us. That was the first red flag. Not because guys were there. I'm not insecure like that. But because she already knew they'd be there and never mentioned it before she'd left. Still, I let it slide. First night, no issues. They go out, come back to the Airbnb, just the girls, everything seems normal. Then the next few nights happen. Second, third, fourth night, completely different story. Now it's parties at her Airbnb. Guys there, drinking heavy, staying up until 5 or 6 in the morning, and then staying over. And I don't hear about any of this directly. The only way I found out is Snapchat the next morning. That feeling, seeing your girl in an environment she never told you about with people you didn't even know were part of the trip, it kind of messes with your head. 2 names matter here, Aspen and Sergio. Aspen is someone she had history with about 1.5 years ago, so already that's uncomfortable. But then it gets worse. On the second night, while they're all out, Aspen decides to start something. He tells her in front of everyone that I cheated on her months ago, that I kissed another girl and got her Snapchat. Completely made up, never happened. And the crazy part, I'm asleep when all of this is going down. She doesn't even text me about it. Not that night, not when it happens. I only hear about it the next morning. We argue, of course we do. I tell her she lied by omission. She knew these guys would be around and didn't say anything. Emotions are high, but eventually we smooth things over. Or at least, I thought we did. Fast forward to day 4. At this point, I'm not even asking for anything crazy. I call her and just say, can you communicate better? Just let me know what's going on. Because I'm tired of finding out through social media that random guys are at your place overnight. That's not controlling. That's basic respect. And that's when everything changes. She starts crying, like full breakdown, and she says, I need to tell you something. Right there, I already knew. No one says that unless something's wrong. She tells me she hasn't been completely honest about the trip, and then she drops it. On the second night, after hearing that lie about me cheating, feeling embarrassed, emotional, drunk, she kissed Sergio. She says she was disgusted with herself, that she never imagined she'd be the type to cheat, that she sees a future with me, and that the guilt alone makes her feel like she'd never do it again. And I could hear it in her voice, she meant it. That's the part that makes this harder. Because this isn't someone who's been shady the whole relationship. This isn't a pattern. This is one moment, one choice, one mistake. Depending on how you look at it, that is. So now I'm stuck. Part of me wants to believe her, wants to say it was the alcohol, the pressure, the situation. It won't happen again. Because I do care about her. A lot. But the other part of me The logical side keeps saying, she knew those guys would be there and didn't tell you. She let them stay over multiple nights. She didn't defend you immediately when the lie was told. And when she made a mistake, you only found out days later. Not right away. Not when it happened. Days later. So now I'm sitting here asking myself, was it just a drunk mistake? Or was it a series of choices that led exactly where it was always going to go? And the real question is, how many one-time mistakes does it take before you realise it wasn't just the moment, it was the mindset?